it's about Asmon's acting. He would go like like head up, eyes rolling back. Did anyone talk about this castle that we went to? He almost sliced my fingers off.
Remember how I told you guys that I almost cut off Emiru's finger?
Like, that sword could actually kill somebody.
Now you guys can see how that almost happened.
What do you guys think of, I don't know how many people saw it, my PowerPoint presentation? I actually made the PowerPoint presentation literally the night before in the hotel room. Yours was the best. You know what made me sad though? The We Play people were like, you should never turn your back to the camera. Like, don't look at the big screens. They had this like small screen for us to read our PowerPoints off of, but my eyesight is getting bad, so I actually couldn't read my PowerPoint, which is why I didn't read a lot of the jokes that I put on there. The night before rehearsals, me, Emily, and Bonnie, we just had like this study session-like thing in my hotel room where I worked on my PowerPoint and Emily worked on hers. And all the dudes were out doing who the fuck knows what. Oh no, Seer and Finn joined us at one point, and they were just like singing and just like fucking around while we were like trying to make our PowerPoints. I don't know, it was chill.
I have to go to the Wild West thing, right?
At this point, I was standing behind the stage like I was so nervous. I don't know how many people were watching yesterday when I was on Miz's stream and he was saying like, yeah, this video is my idea. You want to know what happened? Is at an owner's meeting, Tips was like, okay, Emmy, so do you have an idea for your video? And I was like, yeah, me and Finn like have an idea already, we're good. And then Miz was like, you guys should do an alternate timeline of the first video. And I was like, we're already doing that. And then now he's like, it was my idea. I'm like, bro, what? Like, you didn't do anything. This is my favorite part. Like that boom sound, and then you see him. I have to watch it again. That's my favorite part. He's so cool.
So, you're here for this.
I'm not leaving here without it.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Okay, another thing is people thought this was a stunt double. That's not a stunt double, that's just me. I did the rolls. Melissa did a good job rolling here. It's actually Vegito. Oh no, you know what the hardest part about rolling was? I thought it was gonna be landing on my feet. Like, I thought I would roll and then, like, not be able to get up. That wasn't the hardest part. Okay, so when we were filming, Finn was like, okay, so you don't have to hold the sword. We can just angle the camera so it, like, people can't really notice you're not holding one. I was like, no, I'm going to hold the sword while I'm rolling. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yes. So I was like, wait, I was holding wait, I can demonstrate. I was holding the sword and like rolling like with my shoulder like this. So like the sword was like hugged to my, oh my god, it was scary, but it was epic. My sword wasn't real though, so mine wasn't sharp, so it wasn't that scary, but Asmon's sword was real. Like, that sword could actually kill somebody. We almost didn't use the sword because Esfan tested it on a box and he sliced through the box and he was like, guys, we can't use this, like, this is actually dangerous. And me and Asmon were like, nah, we're using it. But yeah, it was fine. I didn't die. And then this part, I think this is actually the take. He almost sliced my fingers off.
Remember how I told you guys that I almost cut off Emiru's finger?
The sharp part of the sword hit my fingers on the hilt. We were being careful, so like it didn't hit me hard enough to even like break skin or anything, but that fucking hurt. I was like, oh shit, bro. And that shit hurt for the rest of the shoot, but yeah, I was fine. You know, I risked it for the cool video.
So this part here, a little bit of insight here, is that I'm holding it at the top above the hilt because I was worried because this sword is so sharp that S-Fan... Remember how I told you guys that I almost cut off Emiru's finger? Now you guys can see how that almost happened. And I had to hold it that way to where it wouldn't accidentally, you know, go full swing. Yeah, exactly. And so that was, ooh, that was a bit of a risk.
Okay, this is what I wanted to say. That shot of Asmon, can I like, let me pause on it. It's so real. Hold on.
Oh, this is another interesting part here. This part of like my death scene.
So when we were watching the draft of this, Espen and Bonnie and everyone who saw it were like, oh my god, like that is, he's such a good actor, that looks so real, his like dying face, he's like ready to die. You know what Finn says? Finn starts laughing and he's like, actually, this shot is him getting ready to pretend to die. This is when Finn was saying, okay, 3, 2, 1.
Apparently, Finn had me pretend to be dead or dying, but all of the takes that he had recorded of me pretending to die weren't good enough. This part here, I wasn't supposed to be acting. Like, this wasn't a take. This was just a recording of myself sitting there.
And since I was there, I know what his dying acting actually looked like. He went like, he would go like, like head up, eyes rolling back. So this is him getting ready to die. This isn't the acting, this is him getting ready. But I thought that his lines earlier were good. I just thought that was funny.
Isn't a geese like a guy duck? Or goose?
Wait, aren't we
That's
supposed to
my
be saving somebody?
That's my favorite line in all the videos when Espins.
Isn't a geese like a guy duck? Or goose?
Wait, aren't we supposed to be saving somebody?
Oh yeah.
WOOT.
Also, did people notice Nick in the background there? When we were planning the video, we were like, at some point we need to just get Nick randomly sitting in the background. Cause in my first video like this, there was a shot where Nick's just sitting on the bench in the background, but it was an accident. He's not supposed to be there. But this time we were like, oh, we need to do that again. But this time also wasn't on purpose. He was just watching and didn't know he was like in the angle. So it happened again. Doggy. Wait, okay, did anyone talk about this castle that we went to? This castle in Texas is just like behind a bunch of farms, right? And you're like, why the hell is this giant castle in the middle of nowhere behind all these farms? This castle is just some guy's house that he built it because he just wanted to live in a castle. And like it's accurate, like even the bathrooms and stuff, like the faucet handles are wooden and shit. Like they look like, you know, those like water pump things from the olden days. And there's this dog that just lives there, and the dog was just hanging out.
Hello, fair lady.
Oh, so sick. I've never felt cooler in my fucking life.
Hello, fair lady.
Less than 3.
So epic. Oh, also this costume. I've had this costume for 3 years just rotting in my closet, and people say that I'm a hoarder for no reason. But this is the character that it's supposed to be. So yeah, this is some weeb shit. People just couldn't tell unless they knew what it was. So yeah, I'm an owner. That was the big announcement. Now basically you'll never see me on Monday ever again.